Keeping track of your IT assets is a good business practice that helps you identify hardware for services, upgrades, warranty, software, and much more. An inventory tool like Spiceworks can provide an easy way to obtain all this information in one place. Know that there are many solutions out there that provide the same information that we're going to show you in this demo. Okay, we're in our Spiceworks inventory area dashboard, which gives us an overview of all our inventory items. Now you can choose what you want to see by adding and removing content here. So this is great for a quick view of items such as inventory counts, events, alerts, and so on. First, we need to discover some devices, so let's go over to My Network and Scan. This is where we configure our scan settings so that we don't have to manually input information. As you can see, some scans have already run, but it's not able to gather much information with this error percentage. In our settings, we can configure the IP range that's being scanned and the credentials we want to use. You can see that we don't have any credentials in here yet, so that's obviously why the errors are happening. Let's plug that information in here so we can move on with our scan. We'll just need to add a service account for WMI, which stands for Windows Management Instrumentation. Our domain name and service account is ajptech.net/Spiceworks. Also, we'll add a description of scanning account and click Save. Keep in mind that you might need to allow WMI through your Windows firewall on both Spiceworks server and on your PC. If you wanted to go about this with other methods, such as with SNMP or SSH, you could enter those here as well. We could either go back to the previous screen and click Scan, or we could just check the network that we want to scan and click Start Scan. This will take a while, so we're going to speed this up for demo purposes. Great. Our scan is done now. So let's go look at our devices. Now that everything's finished, we can look at the scan breakdown and see which devices were successful. There are two here. Looks like it's the gateway and DNS devices that Spiceworks can't authenticate. Next, let's check out which details are discovered when doing a scan with WMI. Under My Network and Devices, we're able to see which devices were discovered by a scan or manually entered. For example, if I click on Testout Win 10, it shows all the information related to this desktop. General Info displays information such as manufacturer, device type, and MAC address. Configuration gives more detailed information related to the system, like disk usage and network settings. Software displays all the software that's installed on the desktop. Notes and documents could be useful if you needed to attach any information related to the desktop for future service calls. We're almost done here. Just know that it's possible to edit general info by clicking Edit and populating a field such as purchase date. Having good information for all your devices and tickets could be useful when you run reports. When we click on Reports, Spiceworks has some default reports we can run. Let's go ahead and run the Computers with Antivirus report. Both desktops added to our inventory have antivirus on them, so that's a good thing. Now, let's say that management needed a list of devices based on certain criteria. You'd be able to produce a report from this inventory here. Not only can you take advantage of the default reports, but most inventory solutions also allow the ability to make custom reports if you don't find what you need. Great. That's it for this demo on asset tracking systems. We show you some cool features like device scans and the information they can compute for you. We wrapped up by going over some reporting that you can take advantage of on these systems.